Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another YouTube live presentation from the African Caribbean Institute of Jamaica, Jamaica Memory Bank, ACIJ-JMB. I'm Marcella Phillips Grizzle, Research Fellow, and this morning I'll be continuing the year's thematic focus on Jamaica's medicinal plants and their usage. Today's topic is Exploring Our Roots, an outlook on medicinal plants in Jamaica. The presentation is really an appreciation of the scientific body of research that has been undertaken by Jamaican scientists on the use and efficacy of a number of medicinal plants in Jamaica that have been traditionally used for health and healing. The presentation will therefore skew scientific, but I hope I'll be able to make it understandable to the general audience. So to begin, Jamaica has a culture of self-medication. This tradition is rooted in our predominant African heritage, where our ancestors saw value in and relied on the naturally occurring medicinal plants in their environments. Present-day Jamaicans continue to rely on medicinal plants for general treatment of various illnesses and maladies. It has been determined that as high as 73% of Jamaicans continue to self-medicate using medicinal plants. In fact, an island-wide pharmacy-based survey revealed that 40% of persons that use herbal medicine do so because of traditional practice. 33% use it because it is readily available, and 25% use it because of great faith in its efficacy. Furthermore, in 2011, the World Health Organization estimated that between 70 and 90% of the world population uses botanical preparations as medicine, and that 80% of developing countries are reliant on herbal remedies. It can be therefore said that medicinal plants typically used by Jamaicans constitute a therapeutic, informal healthcare practice. This has great potential for a formalized and mainstream healthcare system that can not only complement allopathic medicine, but can serve as a scientifically proven alternative medicinal system. The importance of medicinal plants in the economic arena can be demonstrated by the fact that approximately 40% of all medicines sold by pharmacists are of biogenic origin. Moreover, it is estimated that some 25% of medicines on the global market are synthesized from natural products. According to a 2021 article by Henry Lowe et al., plants from which popularly used drugs worldwide have been derived include willow bark to make aspirin, Cannabis sativa to make dronabinol, nabilone, and sativex, and opium poppy to make morphine, codeine, and heroin. Some of you may be aware of Jamaica's undercredited association with the discovery of Madagascar periwinkle's plant's effectiveness in the treatment of cancer, especially leukemia. For those of you who don't, the history goes like this. In the 1950s, a Jamaican doctor sent a quantity of periwinkle leaves to his brother, also a doctor, in Florida. The brother then brought the leaves to the attention of a biochemist in Canada. Eventually, a Canadian team of researchers found that an extract of the periwinkle plant caused a reduction of the white blood cells in rats and subsequently had the potential for the treatment of leukemia, which is an abnormal increase in white blood cells. Extensive research resulted in the isolation of several powerful alkaloids that are now used in the treatment of a number of cancers. The alkaloid vincristine is used to treat leukemia, while vinblastine is used to treat Hodgkin's disease. Vinblastine is proven to increase the survival rate of childhood leukemia patients by 80%. Outside of this, though, periwinkle was already being studied in Jamaica, but for its effects on diabetes. However, it was later discovered that periwinkle masks sugar levels in the urine, which can then give false readings. So its use was advised against. By the way, Ceresid does this as well. But periwinkle is still used by diabetics around the world, just with caution. The real concern is that periwinkle might lower blood sugar levels too much in diabetics who also use anti-diabetes medications. So self-medication using periwinkle is definitely considered to be unsafe because the potency of the plant may cause serious side effects. Again, medical supervision is advised. Locally, Jamaicans also use periwinkle to lower blood pressure, so not just blood sugar. We use it to reduce swelling and inflammation and to soothe a toothache. Periwinkle is also used to treat dysfunction of the central nervous system. The plant is also used to boost energy because its iron content helps in the production of red blood cells, which then carry oxygen throughout the body. At the same time, periwinkle is used to treat excessive menstruation and diarrhea, and topically to treat insect bites and stings, and also to heal wounds. Perhaps the most studied and talked about medicinal plant in Jamaica is marijuana or ganja. Our local strain of ganja, scientifically known as cannabis sativa, has first-rate chemical compounds and potent alkaloids that are extracted for the production of medicinal drugs. Beginning in 1970s, with scientific research spearheaded by Dr. Henry Lowe, Jamaican cannabis has demonstrated specific medicinal activity that is analgesic, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and neuroprotective. It is used to treat and manage a range of illnesses, minor and major, including glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, and cancer. It has also been historically used to treat a wide range of illnesses covering coughs, bronchitis and hay fever, tetanus and rabies, insomnia and depression, pain such as migraine, toothaches, menstrual cramps, and even bladder spasms. And it's also used to treat brain tumors and gonorrhea. The scientific interest in cannabis was set in motion after the discovery by Israeli scientists who, in 1964, isolated and identified tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, which is the compound responsible for the high that users get from ganja. Other cannabis, major cannabis constituent is cannabidiol, abbreviated CBD, which some of you may recognize as the latest its ingredient in personal care products like facial oils and massage oils. So CBD is especially valued for its therapeutic applications and is also used to treat seizures. THC, on the other hand, induces intoxication and activates the pleasure zone in the brain. According to research by Dr. Lowe and his team, when THC is ingested, it is accumulated in the major organs, namely the liver, kidney, and the lungs. And because THC lingers in fat deposits in the body, it takes about 1 week to be eliminated, and it does so through the urine and the stool. What's also interesting is that cannabinoid metabolites can also be found in the urine and also the blood for up to 1 month after consuming ganja. In fact, even secondary exposure to ganja smoke can result in a positive urine test. Nonetheless, cannabis is considered to be a relatively safe drug. It is argued that there are few reports of deaths by overdose as opposed to alcohol related deaths, and that conversely, popular allopathic drugs such as aspirin and paracetamol are not universally safe to use as they can sometimes cause gastric bleeding and liver damage. But it's still important to remember that cannabis use can have toxic side effects. As with allopathic drugs, on the central nervous system, this can manifest as difficulty with coordination, decreased concentration, decreased muscle strength, lethargy, and slurred speech. CBD, on the other hand, is proof to inhibit oxidative stress and reduces inflammation in the body. Essentially, CBD demonstrates therapeutic effectiveness against many viral infections and diseases, such as cardiovascular diseases, inflammatory diseases, and cancer. CBD is also used to alleviate the wasting syndrome associated with HIV and AIDS. According to Dr. Lowe, anecdotal evidence suggests that CBD in HIV/AIDS patients may improve appetite, reduce nausea and vomiting, increase caloric intake, promote weight gain, improve memory and dexterity, improve mood, and mitigate the negative side effects of current antiretroviral therapeutic agents. Perhaps more readily associated with cancer treatment than ganja is Guinea and Weed. The plant produces a number of bioactive compounds such as polyphenols, alkaloids, steroids, flavonoids, tannins, and essential oils. These phytochemicals are responsible for Guinea hen wheat's therapeutic capacity as an anticonvulsant, a neuroprotector, cognitive enhancer, and antidepressant. Its chemical compound, DTS, is responsible for its anti-cancer, anti-HIV, and anti-hepatitis C properties. Its antiviral properties also have been tapped to fight various flu viruses. Sorrel is another commonly used plant in Jamaica that not only forms part of the diet, typically at Christmas, but is also used for health purposes. In the article Antiviral Activity of Jamaican Medicinal Plants and Isolative Bioactive Compounds, it is stated that sorrel possesses significant medicinal value and may have applicability as a diuretic, sedative, emollient, analgesic, purgative, antiseptic, antitumorigenic, anti-cancer, and may be used to treat dyspepsia, disorders of the heart, hypertension, biliary disorders, and abscesses. So a lot of ailments. Sorrel is also known for antimicrobial, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory properties. And a little known quality about sorrel is that it is also used as an aphrodisiac. Don't know how, but so does research say. Ginger is also a popular medicinal plant that is closely related to turmeric. Not discounting its place in Jamaican dishes and in refreshing drinks and stimulating teas, ginger has many health benefits that are supported by scientific research. It contains gingerol, which is a powerful antioxidant and the main bioactive compound in ginger. Ginger is conventionally used to treat chronic indigestion, reduce nausea, and to fight the common cold and flu. Its powerful antioxidant and anti inflammatory composition helps to reduce the amount of free radicals in the body, which makes it helpful with treating osteoarthritis. Ginger is also known to dramatically lower blood sugars and help with weight loss. It improves heart disease risk factors by helping to lower cholesterol levels. It helps to fight cancer through gingerol and helps to enhance brain function and protect against Alzheimer's disease. Like ginger, pimento, which is native to Jamaica, is used not only to flavor dishes and for making our traditional pimento liqueur, but is used for health purposes. Medicinally, pimento possesses antibacterial, analgesic, and antineural properties. It is used to treat headaches, stress, and depression. It also contains glycosides, polyphenols, eugenol, and gallic acid, which have been discovered to have anti-tumor properties, especially in the treatment of prostate cancer and breast cancer. Traditionally, pimento is used by Jamaicans to manage high blood pressure and obesity, as well as diabetes. It is widely used to treat digestive problems, abdominal pain, gas, and diarrhea. Pimento is also used to treat respiratory congestion. By the way, there is additional information on medicinal plants commonly used in traditional Jamaican herbal remedies and for culinary purposes on our website, acij-ioj.org.jm. If you're interested, visit the website, select exhibitions, then current exhibitions, and you'll see offerings titled Medicinal Plants in Jamaica. Medicinal Plants in Everyday Life. There's a part one and a part two. Okay, back to the presentation. Over the past 50 years, there's been increasing interest in traditional medicinal plants for their potential in the manufacturing of medicinal drugs. In fact, the international trade in medicinal plants has an estimated value of US $14 billion. This trade is dominated by pharmaceuticals, herbs and spices for culinary purposes, and cosmeceuticals, which include essential oils, soaps, aromatherapy mists, a number of other things. Furthermore, the global wellness industry, which includes spiritual self care and which was projected to reach US $1 trillion per annum by 2010, has since grown to US $4 trillion. So the market has expanded by 6.4% since 2017, from $3.7 trillion to a market value of about $4.2 trillion. And this demonstrates a growth that is twice that of the global economy. Jamaica, with a traditional reliance on herbal remedies, also has an interest in exploring the pharmacological benefits of our plant biodiversity. It is estimated that 60% of the world's major medicinal herbs currently grow in Jamaica. Research further claims that 334 of these plants have actually been identified as medicinal. Unofficially, the number comes in higher at 366 plants. The 2008 article by Mitchell and Ahmad states that the University of the West Indies studied 193 plants, with the endemic plants having more bioactivity, 23%, than the non endemic plants, 11%. The most potent plants tended to exhibit multiple bioactives, such as John Charles, neem, shamo lady, breadfruit, ackee, and spiritweed. According to the researchers, this shows us that compounds of medicinal herbs represent an important aspect in the development of new therapeutics and oftentimes serve as models for the construction of new remedies. Henry Lowe and his co-researchers also claim that medicinally there is increasing focus on Jamaica because of the wide diversity of medicinal plants traditionally used in Jamaican folk medicine. These include, but are in no way limited to, cerasee, aloe vera, leaf of life, Guinea and weed, ganja, busy, noni, moringa, medina, quaco, turmeric, ginger, and garlic. The researchers state that although the antiviral properties of these medicinal plants are supported by traditional anecdotal evidence, there is still a need for more scientific research to establish efficacy, pharmacological data, and standard doses for medical conditions. However, it is believed that there is a vast potential for the development of numerous plant based therapeutics and pharmaceutical grade proteins like vaccines, hormones, and antibodies. In terms of the local organizations that have been engaging in pioneering research on Jamaica's medicinal plants, there are a few. However, UWI has been a major player in this arena, contributing tremendous work in the field. In fact, UWI has several research groups that undertake medicinal plant research. These include the chemistry department, the pharmacology and molecular biology sections of the basic medical science department, the life science department, the biotechnology center, and the natural products institute. The gene bank development is an important project of the biotechnology center that is in collaboration with the Institute of Jamaica, which, while being the parent organization of ACIJ, is also for the Natural History Museum of Jamaica, NHMJ, which, like UWI, engages in botanical research. In fact, in 2010, the NHMJ released a publication titled Endemic Trees of Jamaica, which was compiled by Karen Campbell and based on 6 years of field research. A notable private organization engaged in medicinal plant research is Dr. Henry Lowe's Medicanja Jamaica Limited. No, Medicanja Limited, which was founded in December 2013. It was established to chart the way forward in the development of a medical marijuana industry in Jamaica and aims to be the regional hub for the commercialization of world class medicinal and therapeutic cannabis products that provide an alternative to traditional drugs developed locally for international markets. Now, with Jamaica having an estimated medical cannabis market value of approximately US 300 to $400 million, the company is being positioned to take advantage of the market share. Another important enterprising body that seeks to exploit the pharmacological, and cosmeceutical benefits of medicinal plants is the Caribbean Herbal Business Association, CHBA, which was born out of the Caribbean Herbal Business and Science Forum held in Jamaica in 2002. The Jamaica chapter's key principal is Diane Robertson, who is an influential researcher and publisher in the field of Jamaican medicinal plants. Locally, a variety of products are being produced, including medicinal products such as Canasol, Amasol, cough syrups, herbal cosmetics such as soaps, lotions, creams, wellness products such as your sprays and your spa products, as well as root tonics and nutraceuticals. So, in conclusion, much like most countries lacking in capital wealth, Jamaica has experienced challenges in the quest for greater engagement in scientific research on its medicinal plant biodiversity. Perhaps our struggle is not entirely dissimilar to the African phytomedicine industry, which grapples with lack of proper validation of traditional knowledge and also with a lack of technical specifications and quality control standards. But as Dr. Lowe asserts, Jamaica's enormous ethnopharmacopoeia, in addition to rigorous community driven scientific data sharing through globalization, could potentially expedite natural product development, lower the cost to purchase natural products and the cost for commercialization of natural based drugs, and increase the availability of natural based pharmaceuticals. This is likely to result in significant economic benefits for our country once appropriate policies are put in place to safeguard the interests of Jamaican people primarily, while at the same time ensuring that the plants are not collected to extinction. This COVID 19 pandemic has perhaps inspired a number of Jamaicans to revisit, and for most of us to consider for the first time the practical concept of planting a garden with popular medicinal herbs that we traditionally use in our foods and that can also serve as herbal remedies. Of course, added to this is growing actual vegetables. It's certainly an encouraged effort to grow what we eat and eat what we grow, and importantly, to let our food be our medicine and our medicine our food. Let us take a page out of the books of the Rastafari and Maroon communities that espouse traditional holistic living and regularly consume our scientifically proven God given herbs. Thanks for watching. Oh, are there any questions? Okay, seeing comments here. All right. If there are no questions, I'll leave it here. Please feel free to view our other offerings on our channel. And thanks again for watching. Bye for now.